to live to yarn another day. I'm Jen. I'm the dyer behind the Perfect Stitch Fiber Company, and today is November, want to say it's the 9th, 10th, November 10th. Yesterday was the 9th. It has been a long week, and I'm okay with that because it's Friday. It's not Friday, but it's Friday. It's my Friday. So this is a vlog about knitting and my life and all the fun things, I guess. So today is Thursday. So I had to work from home, but I did go into the office for a little bit. I started around 5:15, I think, this morning, with the idea of if I start earlier, I can be done early. And so I did that. So I started around 5:15. I went into the office. I got there at 10 so we have trainings on, they're switching over to Microsoft Office 365. And so they do trainings for all the new stuff. And they utilize SharePoint, which is a program that Microsoft has. And it stores a whole bunch of stuff. And so there's a SharePoint club. So I went to that meeting and we were discussing kind of what was going to be taking place. So basically what it comes down to is they use a more outdated version and they're going to be slowly moving over to the modern version. This was my understanding. And it's exciting, but we're learning about it based on the outdated version. So we were kind of discussing that. That was fun. But at the end of it, so I got there. Okay, let me first say, most people that I work with, they work 4/10s. I work 5 days because that's how my hours work out with my schedule and the kids. And so most of the people weren't even there in the office because their holiday, which will be tomorrow, is being pushed, or was flexed to the day before. And so there wasn't a whole lot of people in the office. There was a few, but the lights were off when I got there. And I'm usually one that turns the lights on in the mornings when I get there. But I hadn't been there because of a sick kiddo and isolation requirements. So at the end of the meeting, there was only 4 of us in there. And I got there, like, that's what I was saying. I got there, like, basically right. I was like running in as they're starting. They probably had started like a minute or two before, but I was like rushing. So I had my coat, my backpack, my backpack has my laptop and mouse. So that, I had my project bag and I had my bag and my cup. I was just a mess, right? So I had taken all that stuff and I put it on the table and I whipped out my computer so that I could join in on everything. And so when we were getting ready to leave, I'm like gathering all my stuff and I just like, wow, what a mess, because I have all this stuff. And at most people will bring like a drink or their laptop. Well, there was a woman that I didn't know, I hadn't met yet, I don't believe. And Because when I say that people have like very relaxed, flexible schedules, you know, you work from home, you work in the office, it's just kind of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I didn't know who this person was, and she had saw my project bag and she's like, oh, I love this. And I was like, oh, it's my project bag. And she's like, wait. So apparently, and I think I told somebody this, that I overheard, I mentioned it to some friends. I overheard some people discussing how it was time to knit, and it was like a break time, and it was a knitting break time. And I was told, go over and say hi and try and sell your stuff. I was like, yeah, I can't do that. Ethically, that would be wrong, and I'm not about to do that. The selling my stuff. And the shy person in me was just like, I am gonna stay here in my cubicle and work. So I didn't go and say hi or anything. But she was like, I think this is one of those ladies, basically. So she's like, wait, what is this? And I was like, well, my knitting is in here. I was like, it's my project bag, it has my knitting. And so I showed them, because they all wanted to see my knitting. And I was like, well, it's called the Lightweight Hipster Shawl. And apparently there's multiple people, because two of them, like one, not the lady who started the conversation in the first place, or started the whole thing. The other one, she felt it and she's like, that feels like really soft wool. I was like, yeah, and I explained, I'm like, yeah, it's superwash merino nylon. I was like, well, and they were like, oh. I was like, well, I have a business and I sell hand-dyed yarn. And so, you know, it's like, that's part of it. And then this other lady, who I don't believe that she's a knitter, but I was like, I could teach you. But so she was asking like, oh, do you sell the shawls? Because she wanted to see what it looked like. So I showed her a picture, and because I was holding it up, and I'm like, yeah, it'll be good. You know, I dyed the yarn, and it was just kind of like, I think they were like, wait. And so now there's discussion of having a knitting club at work. And I was like, can we get away with that? And they're like, yeah, it's a stress reliever. I was like, because that would be amazing. So all that to say, I didn't go into the office for super long because I had that meeting, and then there was an all staff kind of meeting for everybody. And that took, I think, an hour, I want to say, or half hour, 45 minutes, hour. That basically ate up, like all of that, oh, it had to have been an hour, basically ate up all of the time that I was at the office. And then I did a little bit of extra work, and then it was time to go home, and I went home. I made lunch because I hadn't eaten, which is how I was able to get off work earlier, in addition to starting early. I started working on my least favorite part in this shawl, and I will show you momentarily. And then I got frustrated with it. Oh, I filmed a reel. That was fun. And then I took a small nap. So we're already at 9 minutes. How is this possible? Anyway, now we're all going to the knitting. So I'm at my least favorite part on this lightweight hipster shawl. No, for those who are asking, I have not worked. I haven't restarted on my twist and turn shawl. I will. It's not even that it's in timeout. I was so tired last night. When I say I was tired, I was falling asleep sitting on the couch at 7 o'clock. When I uploaded, like I edited yesterday's vlog to upload. I edited that while I was eating my dinner, and then I hit upload, and I let the computer do its thing while I was uploading. I went and took the kids and made them go to sleep. I was so tired, I was falling asleep while they were not going to bed. I was like, just go to bed. And then I finally got them down and I went to my bed where my computer was, because it was there so that because Editing Jen remembered I need to put the link for the Twice Shared Sheep affiliate link. I needed to put that in the drop down description section, and I needed to do that. I was so tired though, and I couldn't figure out how to do it on my computer because I was tired. I don't know. But I did realize, and some of you might have noticed, at one point I said live to knit again, and then it was like I realized it said again and not another day, and so then I switched that to live to knit another day, and then I remembered, wait, that's not the name of this at all. It's live to yarn another day. So then I changed it. So all this to say, obviously I was tired. I probably should not edit things like that if I'm really tired, but hopefully we aren't going to get to that point again. I mean, I'm tired now, but I'm not as tired because it's still early in the day. Yes, I did nap for like 5 minutes. Oh, shoot. It's already 3:18, so I have to get going to go get my youngest from school. But I am working on the crosses, which is my least favorite part in this shawl. These are such a pain. It's the slipping the stitches, and I always end up getting them crossed weird, and it's not my favorite. So I haven't made too much progress because I think I knit a little bit during a meeting. I knit maybe 2 rows, and then I started on this one, and oh yeah. So I'm on row 3, and I'm using a row counter, and I feel like I'm not using it correctly because it probably could go in the middle and not be so awkward. So that's what I got. That is all the knitting I've done for today, and I need to go and get my youngest from school. I did not get an order packaged up, so that's probably going to happen after I get back or tomorrow, but we have a basketball tournament tomorrow. So hopefully I will get some knitting done. I will get order packaged up. Post office will be closed tomorrow. I'll have to send this out. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Okay, and before I forget, because I will, and I need to walk to go get the child, but the other thing I did, because when I was vlogging, and I was just like, oh, what did I do while I was waiting? Like, what did I do this afternoon? Yeah, I caught up on Mean Girl Knits vlog. Well, Rebecca's been vlogging, so I caught up on her. And yes, it is because of you, because I know you're watching this, or eventually watching this. It is because of you I started to do these daily vlogs, or attempting to do these daily vlogs. And there needs to be more. So yeah, if you're interested, she would say, go talk to her. Go talk to her. She'll tell you all the things you need to start. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, bye.